Welcome back, everyone. This is Talks with Kenny. Here today, we'll be reacting to a video from Campus Reform, Man on the Street interviews. They'll be discussing student loan forgiveness and some of the college students' thoughts on it. Let's get into it.
Currently, President Biden is proposing to forgive student loans. What do you think about that?
I think it's a good thing because in France, it's like scholarship for only poor person.
I think it's a great idea. Education is a right for everybody, and so getting rid of that debt would help make education more accessible and hopefully in turn make it more equitable.
My only problem with this about like education is a right, I think that's you can make that argument for like K to 12. Now, for college, that's a personal choice. You chose to go into debt to get a college degree because you personally benefit from getting a college degree. Now, student loan forgiveness, you're putting that buck onto the taxpayer. No matter how you look at it, the government has to spend money. Taxpayers are paying it because taxpayers is what funds the government. So taxpayer money is going to go in here, fund your bad decisions because you either didn't finish school, but you got student loan debt, or you did finish school, got student loan debt, but your job is not making enough income where you can comfortably pay off that student loan. So to me, you made a bad decision. You made your bed. You should lay in it. Period. Like I don't have much sympathy for people. Like it wasn't like someone forced you to get the student loan debt. Right? There was alternative ways you could went about in getting a college degree. You could have went to the junior college route, work part time. So to prevent yourself from getting debt, like me personally, I have no student loan debt because I went that route. I went to junior college. I worked part-time as I was going to junior college. I graduated with no debt. Now, most kids, right, like my brother, he didn't want to do it that way. He wanted to go to 4-year university. And I warned him, I said, hey, make sure you pick a degree where if you do go into debt, you'll be able to comfortably pay off the student loans. Like, you got to be strategic now. Like, gone are the days where everyone must go to college to be successful. Because nowadays, there's different ways you can achieve success now. College is no longer the only way. And if schools keep trying to market college as the only way, in my opinion, college won't be relevant in 10 years. Possibly. Right? Like, it's already less, like, people already put less significance on college degrees in general already. But now I think it's going to be even more so in the future. But we'll see.
I don't think it's as simple as, it doesn't exist anymore because someone does have to pay for it. But in general, I'm for it.
I don't know overall how that would affect just like interest rates and the overall economy, but I think people would really benefit.
He should. He should. Why? One, when you think about everywhere else, Cuba had one of the highest rates as far as illiteracy, but they don't charge their people for their education. So should we, especially for your African American community.
That'd be really good because I would not be in debt.
A lot of this thing, like, it's like politics is about showing your morality as virtue. Like, not your personal gain as virtue, right? So they know they personally benefit for it. So it's like, oh, it'll be good. It'll be beneficial for everyone. They don't really properly articulate how it'll be beneficial for everyone. Because at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, most of the population, if you went by statistics, most of the population didn't go to college, right? If you go to college, I think what college people make up like 48% of Americans. That means the majority of people who are paying off your debt, whose tax dollars are funding this debt forgiveness thing, never went to college. You're making someone pay for a decision that you made. Is that fair? Does that sound fair to you? That don't sound fair to me. But, society will benefit. No, society won't benefit. And yes, there's an income gap at $125,000 a year. If you make over that, you don't get the student loan forgiveness. But that's still a significant income. Like, 6 figures make you top 10%. So you're still funding the elite technically. But just because these college kids here will benefit from it, they'll be all for it. Not looking down in the future later on that college will be more expensive. This is why I think I'm more of the opinion that college is operating like a scam at this point, because you're putting out a product, you keep increasing the cost of the product, but the quality of it doesn't increase. It doesn't add any more benefit to justify that cost increase. It's just because you know that employers are using it as a type of gatekeeping. Degrees to me are starting to lose its value now because everyone got it. Now you got to go master's degree to set yourself apart. To me, there's no point. It doesn't. I don't think it adds any benefit or any value in the job market at all. Jobs that didn't require degrees now require degrees because they have a degree for damn near everything: dance, music. Like, to me, the degree options should have to narrow down a little bit because there's a lot of worthless degrees in colleges, and that's why I have this stigma of it that they're scams because they don't guarantee any kind of outcome. And at least with student loan forgiveness, make it the colleges. Like, colleges have to pay that, not the taxpayers. That way, colleges will be more conscious. Oh, there's a cost to faulty advertisement on these degrees. If these degrees don't get the results that we claim they will have, we'll be held accountable for it. I believe more in that. If you're so pro student loan forgiveness, the colleges have to pay it back. Look up college endowments. Colleges get money tax free. Y'all complain about rich people not paying taxes. Colleges don't pay taxes at all. They have enough money in their endowments to literally make college free for what, like 100 years. But I don't want to look at the colleges for some reason. I don't know why. It's like this interest of only taxpayers should pay everything, not holding the college that gave you the degree that you couldn't do nothing with accountable. Instead of going that route, nah, taxpayers got to pay it. It must be nice.
I don't think that's right. I think everyone should have to work for the money they're given.
How are you paying for college, by the way? Are you taking out a loan? Like, what's your situation?
I took out loans.
It's by myself, by my mom.
I am currently paying off student loan debt.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that, the inflation's higher now and that prices are a little bit higher?
Prices are higher on everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Do you think that if this proposal's passed, that Americans can stomach inflation? Do you think that that's going to be an issue?
I think it'll be an issue. Inflation for education would be just better.
Inflation's kind of going up regardless. So, I mean, a little bit more, would it really matter at this point?
It shows their nature. Like, you're opportunistic. Oh, I'll benefit from it. So, yeah, just do it. Do something. No, like, come on. Like, we're taking short-term gains for long-term pain. Like, it's always a trade-off. Like, there's no perfect solution. Like, and if anyone try to sell you that, they're bullshitting you, bro. There's trade-offs for everything. No matter what you do, there's a trade-off. You do this, inflation's already kind of going up anyway. Might as well throw that in. Must be nice. No. And technically, I'm a college dropout. Like, after I graduated junior college, I saw college, and I was like, I don't need this anymore. I have the job I want. Bye. Like, I just dropped out of college. Now I got out student loan free. At least I didn't have student loans. That was my main issue when I went to college. I don't want to be in debt. That was my main thing. If there's a will, there's a way. I work part-time. I worked full-time when I was going to college just so I don't have debt. But some students, they wanted to cruise. They wanted to use their student loan debt to buy Mercedes-Benz. I'm not saying any names, but come on. You have to suffer the consequence. Like, you made your bed, lay in it. Like, people got to embrace responsibility. I'm tired of this culture that we currently facilitating in America, that there's this culture of delayed ramifications. Like, you make a mistake, someone's got to come in and save you. Someone got to catch in and save you. Because then you never learn. If every time you go about to hurt yourself, your parents come save you, you feel like, oh, I'm invincible, I can do whatever, and someone's always going to come in and save me. You're going to be more reckless, not less. Like, personal responsibility. That's my message. Personal responsibility. I'm not responsible for anyone, but I'm responsible for myself. That's it. Have that mentality. Don't expect other people to do something for you. You have to do it for yourself. Can we agree on that?
Well, they could have spent the money that they spent on Ukraine into that money. Don't you think they should worry more about their people than Ukraine?
What's interesting about that as well is that 60% of the student loan debt in this country comes from, your postgraduate people. Do you think it's fair that basically the coal miner, the construction worker, the truck driver has to pay the student loan debt of the doctor and lawyer and the PhD guy?
No, I don't.
We all as a society pay for other people's things, and so education is just another thing that you could add on to that list.
It's so unfair for all the people that are working, that are not lawyers, medicine, and I feel like it's never going to change with Biden.
Our country should put the dollars more into our people than just into in other countries.
I don't think it's fair. You should
That was America First. Like that's what you're talking about. America First policies. Stop giving our money away. Bring manufacturing, bring jobs back to America. Worry about Americans' priorities first. That sounds like an American First message to me. But hey, I'm just saying.
You have to pay it off yourself.
Yes and no. Like, I feel like the lawyers and doctors should definitely be paying more in taxes than, let's say, like a coal miner.
What about those who like didn't attend college? Do you think it's fair that that person has to pay off the student loan debt of, you know, maybe a lawyer or a doctor or just any college student?
I mean, yeah, because it kind of like benefits all of society. I know.
Help me and it benefits all of society. But how? You made a choice that you could not pay for. It's like you buying a car that you know you can't afford and expect someone else to flip the bill for you. How is that a benefit to society? Because then we bail you out. How you know you ain't gonna go and do something else? How you know you ain't gonna be doing something even more reckless? Because you know, oh, they saved me from this time. Let me go do this. How you know colleges ain't gonna be like what Ford is doing with the electric car credit? The government passed a law. Hey, we're giving a $10,000 electric car credit. What Ford did? Ford increased their price by $10K. How you know colleges ain't just gonna do that again? And most student loans, I don't think I think they average about $30K. I don't know. I personally, I'm not in debt, but I don't know. But I would say 30K is the average. What 10K is gonna do? Especially if you haven't been paying it off, the interest is gonna come in and they're gonna make it right back because they know you're gonna sit there and expecting. Okay, they're gonna. I just need another 10K. Come on, Biden, just take all of it out. Like they just dangling in your face, and I bet you he won't do it until after November. I bet you, if he does it before November, I'll be surprised. That's my honest take.
I know that if I didn't go to college, I'd be kind of upset.
Do you think we should just go ahead and just forgive all the credit card debt in this country as well?
I think no, we shouldn't just forgive all of the credit card debt. That's different.
Credit card companies and banks definitely are involved in like predatory lending. If there are like a certain amount of like financial literacy that you have to take upon yourself.
Personally, no. I think at some level people need to be like financially responsible.
Not just straight up forgiving, no, because that means you don't learn anything. You forget that there's rules and regulations and that you even have to pay for the thing.
That I'm not so sure on. Credit card debt is kind of their own fault.
Student loan debt is kind of your own fault. And it's not only the students. Fine, I'll give it to you. It's not only the students. The parents pressure them into doing this decision too. But end of the day, know what you're getting yourself into. That's my thing. Personal responsibility. Know what you're getting yourself into. The good and the bad. The strengths and the weaknesses. The positives and the negatives. Like pros and cons. Like I think Americans, we just need to be more strategic when we do things. Right? If we do something, hey, I accept the good and the bad of this. And make an informed decision. This is why I'm so big on financial literacy, but they don't teach this stuff in school, in public school. You have to learn this either by your parents or by some way you actively looking for that information. Literally the same argument they use why you shouldn't forgive credit card debt, same argument you can use why you shouldn't forgive student loan debt, because you don't learn anything, like I stated earlier in the video. Let's get back into it.
That will cause more problems than it'll fix.
Do you think that this proposal is simply just a way for Democrats to buy voters?
It's pretty clear that they made a lot of empty promises, so I think that that's definitely a fair assumption to make.
I don't really know about that, but I think it's the way to do that. I feel like they're not going to be able to do anything because there's much more Republicans in America, and that's kind of sad. Everyone is doing everything to buy voters.
I do, and I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No. I would say both parties need to take a look at it.
Oh, for sure, probably. Yeah. I'm sure it's probably just like to buy off voters, and then they're probably not going to actually do anything. So
that was just a quick little video. Let me guys know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.